They laughed first. They always did. The Galactic Academy of Unified Defense trained the best young officers from 100 species. The cadets came from worlds of crystal skies and gentle seas, from gas giants with floating cities, from moons where gravity barely held a body down. Strength was measured by technology, endurance by shielding, courage by simulations. Earth gravity was a joke. That was what the alien cadets said when the briefing ended. Instructor Threx stood at the center of the hall. His chitin plates gleamed. His compound eyes moved across the class. Today, you will conduct physical acclimation trials on a class for Death World. Several cadets clicked in amusement. Others flicked their tails or wings. Another exaggeration, the holler shifted. A blue and green sphere filled the air. Planet designation: Earth. Native species: human. The murmurs grew louder. One cadet spoke without raising a limb. Instructor permission to ask a question. Granted. Why? Does the Academy waste resources on primitive worlds? Laughter rippled through the chamber. Threx did not react. Another cadet added, "The gravity is barely one standard." "That is nothing. My home world is 1.3. Another voice chimed in. "The atmosphere is thin. No toxic clouds. No acid rain. No constant storms." A third said, "The natives do not even have natural armor." More laughter at the back of the hall. A single human cadet remained silent. Cadet Elias Morgan stood straight, hands behind his back, face calm. Thrax's eyes lingered on him for a moment. "You will all learn today," Threx said. "Dismissed. Prepare for deployment." The transport took 6 hours. The cadets joked the entire way. They compared Earth gravity to nursery training. They mocked the humans for needing machines to leave their planet. They placed bets on who would finish the trials fastest. Elias said nothing. The transport descended through clouds. Thick white masses rolled past the view. The ship shook slightly. "Atmospheric entry complete." "Announce the system." They landed on a wide flat plain. No cities. No structures. Only grass stretching to the horizon. The sky was vast and open. The sun bright. The hatch opened. Gravity asserted itself. It was subtle at first. A quiet pull. A constant pressure. Several cadets stepped forward confidently. Then one stumbled. Another paused. Their bodies reacted before their minds did. Muscles tightened. Frames compressed. Joints felt heavier. "What is this?" One cadet muttered, "Gravit." Elias said quietly. They began the first trial. "Stand. For 1 hour. No exosuits. No grav dampeners. No assistance. Simply stand." At first, the cadets scoffed. 1 hour was nothing. 10 minutes passed. Legs began to tremble. Breathing grew heavier. Some shifted their stance. Others tried to lean. Instructor drones hovered silently. 20 minutes. One cadet knelt. A drone chirped. Trial failed. Another collapsed to one knee moments later. Their species were adapted to low gravity. Their bones were light. Their muscles optimized for efficiency, not resistance. Earth did not care. 30 minutes. Sweat appeared on skin that rarely produced it. Feathers drooped. Exoskeleton joints strained. Why does it not stop? Someone hissed. Gravity does not stop. Elias replied. 40 minutes. Only half remained standing. 50 minutes. Only 3. thick-scaled cadet from a high-gravity world stood shaking violently. His species evolved for crushing weight, but not for endurance. Not like this. Not without rest. He collapsed at 58 minutes. Only LES remained at the hour mark. The drones signaled completion. LES did not move. Instructor Threx approached. "You may rest," Threx said. Elias nodded and sat down slowly. The cadets stared that was standing. One whispered. Rex did not allow rest for long. Second trial. Movement under load. The drones brought out simple packs, mass adjusted to Earth standard equipment. Threx announced. The packs latched onto their backs. Several cadets cursed instantly. "This is excessive." One snapped. "This is light infantry weight." Elias said. They were ordered to walk 1 kilometer. Flat ground, no obstacles. The first 100 meters broke them. Steps grew uneven. Coordination failed. Some species relied on glide muscles, others on spring tendons. Earth gravity punished. Inefficiency. One cadet fell face first into the grass. Another vomited from exertion. By the halfway mark, only for continued. Elias walked steadily, breathing controlled, pace even. The scaled cadet tried to keep up. His claws dug into the soil. Muscles bulged. Veins stood out. At 800 meters, he roared and collapsed. Only Elias finished. The silence was heavy. Threx turned to the class. Third trial. Combat simulation. Groans followed. A holographic arena formed. Gravity unchanged. Automated opponents appeared. Humanoid shapes armed with stun weapons. The cadets entered in teams. They had trained for this. They failed. Movements were slow. Dodges mistimed. Jumps fell short. Rolls crushed lungs against ribs. Opponents did not tire. Earth. Gravity did not forgive. One by one they were tagged and removed. Elias entered last. He adjusted his stance instinctively. He moved. Low, efficient, balanced. Every step was practiced. Every motion economical. He used the ground. He used weight when he struck the hollow. Opponents, he put his mass behind it. They fell. The simulation ended in 7 minutes. Silence. Again the cadets looked at Elias differently. Now, Threx dismissed the drones. "You mocked Earth gravity," Threx said. "You called it weak." He gestured at the field. At the fallen cadets. Gravity is not just strength. It is constancy. It is pressure that never rests. It shapes bone, muscle, heart, mind. He turned to Elias. "Cadet Morgan, explain." Elias hesitated, then spoke. "We grow up in it. Every second. From birth, our bodies adapt. Our hearts pump harder. Our bones grow dense. Our muscles learn endurance." He looked around. "We do not notice it. Because it is normal." The cadets listened in silence. Threx continued. "Humans evolved without shields, without antigrav, without gene sculpting. They fought their world. And their world made them strong. The next trial lasted all day. Survival, exercise, no tools, no assistance. Earth environment only. The cadets struggled. Sun exposure burned delicate skins. Wind dried membranes. Temperature shifts stressed metabolisms. Elias showed them how to find shade, how to pace, how to conserve energy. Some resented him. Others followed. By nightfall most were exhausted. Beyond measure, they slept on the ground. Earth gravity did not release them. Even in rest, morning came. Several cadets could not rise. Muscle failure, joint lock, circulatory overload. Medical drones intervened. Only a handful remained. Functional, all gathered around LES. Why are humans like this? One asked quietly. Elias considered. Because, if we were not, we would be dead. The final trial was simple. Stand. Again, after everything, only Elias stood. This time, the cadets did not laugh. They watched with respect. When the transport lifted off Earth later that day, no one mocked the planet. No. One called it weak. Back at the academy, the reports spread fast. Cadets from high-tech worlds trained harder. They adjusted gravity settings upward. They studied human physiology. Earth was reclassified, not as a death world, as a forge world. Instructor Threx filed his final note. Humans do not conquer through strength alone. They endure. They adapt. They carry their world within them wherever they go. Weeks later, a new class assembled. The holo showed Earth again. This time there was no laughter at the back of the hall. Elias stood, gravity steady, unyielding, just like home. Asterisk.